Hello everyone, and welcome to your second royal reading today here at MadWorldTarot. We are still looking at this truth bomb that Meghan dropped in the Emma Greed podcast a few days ago. Now I'm looking at something that Shauna from Vintage Read stirred up. I don't know whether she intended the kind of discourse that is now happening on certain social media platforms, but she speculated that this truth bomb that Meghan dropped was targeted very directly at Prince William, and she speculated that the Parkles have long been gunning for Prince William. She thinks that they have some dirt on him, which they have hinted at over the years, and which they think could really bring Prince William down, and that's their ultimate goal, that if they could just get rid of Prince William, then they'd be back with a vengeance, and of course they would be crowned in due course. She didn't say that directly, but I'm extrapolating. So she was speculating about this and thinking, because they keep hinting that Prince William, they have some dirt on him. Now people have been pondering what this dirt could be, and there's the obvious stuff like maybe cozying up to the press and maybe even paying the press off to write nice things about him, because Harry has been quite insistent that Kensington Palace was willing to lie about Prince William to cover up for Prince William, but they refused to lie for him and Meghan and refused to cover up for him and Meghan. There is some sort of insinuation that there is dirt that everyone knows and Kensington Palace has silenced, but only for Prince William. That's the gist of this thing. People are speculating that it could be more than just sort of colluding with the press to write only good things about Prince William and bad things about Harry and Meghan. There are a couple of salacious rumours. There's, of course, the one about Rose that we all know about. There's also rumours that Meghan might have tried it on with Prince William. She might have been wandering around in see-through nighties in the days of Kensington Palace, and she might have told Harry that William tried it on with her. There's that salacious rumour, and there's ones about sexual preferences that we won't go into here. We're going to just have a look at this. I've got the Deviant Moon Tarot on the tarot table for this one. We're going to have a quick look. We are going to ask how Harry and Meghan feel about Prince William. We're going to ask there's the Sun in reverse. We're going to ask what is the nature of the dirt that they might have on them, hypothetically speaking. I think we need to say that this is all rumour and gossip. And where did it come from? Where did it originate? Who did it originate from? We're going to ask about the Meghan rumour that Harry maybe has been told or believes. We're going to ask about the Rose thing again. Is it that? We're going to ask Prince William's awareness of this, if he is being targeted or threatened somehow, and how he would respond if he needed to. And we're going to ask about the public as the outcome of this reading. Would the public take against Prince William? Would the public believe some salacious gossip if Meghan, say, were to write it in a book, or Harry were to write it, those 400 pages that he took out of Spare and tells us are still hovering around, maybe all salacious gossip about Prince William? Would the public believe it? Would the public care at this point? Maybe 5 years ago they would have. Where are we now in the story? So that's what we're looking at today. I need to shuffle one more time and then we'll get to it. And we need to remind you, very important, that this is just tarot for fun and entertainment. It is all my opinion. It is all speculation. And of course, I just read energy here. And there is a disclaimer in the box below. Let's see what's going on with this theory, as I say, that was expressed. Shauna didn't mention any of these things. This is coming from other people speculating about a notion, a theory that she has, and they were speculating what it might be about, just to make it very clear. So I'm not implicating anyone that doesn't deserve to be implicated in nasty stuff So I have the Knight of Wands in reverse as the underlying energy. The Knight of Wands is a philanderer. Just need to make that very clear. The player of the tarot, the Knight of Wands, very promiscuous, very fickle, and so I think that we know what we're dealing with right here and right now. Knight of Wands in reverse. So people who were speculating that this dirt might have something to do with that, I think you might have a point, but of course this is just all hypothetical and this is just wild speculation. So let's see situation we're dealing here with. The truth that the Parkles claim to have. There is the Emperor, that's the king. And of course Prince William is the king in waiting unless they can get rid of him. And it's long been speculation that that's their ultimate goal, has been almost since day one. If not getting rid of him directly, then competing with him in their own court in the United States and the Commonwealth. They've tried very hard to make that happen. Fortunately for all of us, their personalities were their own downfalls, and we all now know who they are and what they are. And well, very few people, I think, can still be fooled by them. But this is all about who gets to rule. The Emperor really is that. And it's quite chilling when you think that this is blood brother. Some would say half-blood. Cough, cough. We're not reading on that now. But there it is. That is the blade through the heart. Right there. With that Emperor card, for me as an energy reader, and of course this is just my opinion. So let's look at Harry and Meghan and their feelings about Prince William right now. Harry first, how does he view his brother? What does he think about him? That's the Four of Wands, and that's the royal family, the firm, it's the happy home. I think he wants reconciliation with his brother. I think that that animosity that Meghan possibly picked up on, perhaps Mark has heard it, drunken rants at Soho House, or worse than drunken over the years, picked up on, fed to Meghan, Meghan fueled them, dripped poison in his ear. That's a theory that many people have, that this was something almost that Harry wasn't even conscious of, but it was picked up on and fueled and fed, something that was festering, and then it was pushed forward. In my opinion, with that Four of Wands, Harry would like to reconcile with his brother. He'd like to be back in the good old days when there were two brothers happily in the royal family, living under the same roof, sharing experiences, feeling very comfortable and very safe in each other's company. They were each other's comfort and safety for a long, long time, until little Miss Markle came down and sat down beside the has-been. How does Meghan feel about Prince William? Energy reading, of course. Judgment. The Judgment card technically is a nice card, but I'm not getting nice here. And not with from the Deviant Moon Tarot. It's coming as, it's reading as comeuppance for me. Being judged. She would like very much for him to be judged. For what she views as truth, her truth, to be revealed, and then for people to judge him. Because you are called, when that trumpet sound, you are called to face your maker and to answer for your sins if you have sinned. Meghan, I believe, this is my energy reading, my opinion, Meghan believes that Prince William has sinned and she wants him to be called to account. It's interesting. It's such strong energy. The has-been wants back home. He wants to go back to Blighty and everything forgotten. Let's put the past behind us and never think of that again, never speak of it again. This is where it's all coming from. So what is this rumoured dirt whatever this Kensington Palace was so willing to lie about to cover up for Prince William. What is it? Just generally, I want to know. Give us a taste. We have the Knight of Wands in reverse, so we got that there as our underlying energy. King of Swords, and the King of Swords is, it's giving me conspiratorial vibes. It's ruthless energy. It's a strategizing. It's more than philandering. The King of Swords, I wouldn't say, is a philanderer. Of course, it can be. Anyone can be. But it's more about conspiring and colluding with the press and setting out narratives and strategies and using, say, intelligence and people in positions of power, politicians, security type people, government type people, using them to his advantage. So it's giving me a sense that's much stronger than this player energy that's in this Knight of Wands, of shenanigans, of conspiring, of making allegiances with the press. The King of Swords is very much publishers, press, writers, journalists, but high up ones, not Scooby-Doos, not those kinds of people. This is the heavy hitters that she believes, or they believe, Prince William is colluding with, basically to write his own version of the truth. As I've got Fluffy's popped through to say hello. And so that's interesting. Where does this come from? Where does it come from? So this is more, I think, what Shauna was kind of hinting at without saying directly, and I don't want to put words into her mouth, so please bear that in mind. This is just me and speculating. Where does this come from? Where does this all come from? And it comes from the Four of Pentacles. It comes from... The Four of Pentacles is about control and meanness. And that's an interesting card. I'm going to have to take a pause to deal with Fluffy's need for food and attention, and then I'm going to return. Okay, so I'm back. And this Four of Pentacles for me is the Duchy of Cornwall. It's money. It's status. It's the mean card. It's the miser card of the tarot, the Four of Pentacles. You can see how those pentacles are clutched in that person's arms, and he won't share. He won't give any. So the origin of this is about money. It's not about who was doing the nasty to whom and however they were doing the nasty. It's about not handing over the keys to the safe where the tiaras were or are, or the crown jewels, or Diana's bling, or the Duchy of Cornwall, and all of that stuff. That Prince William, King of Swords there, was too sharp, too astute. He was too aware of little Miss Grifter when she came down, sat down beside the has-been. He knew what was what straight away, and he was not going to share the Duchy of Cornwall. He wasn't going to make deals. He wasn't going to share the throne with the has-been and little Miss Markle. Not a chance of it. So that is why, that is where all this has come from. I'm doing an energy reading. I need to remind you, this is my opinion. This is speculation, wild speculation for fun and entertainment. And of course, there is a disclaimer in the box below. So let's look at the salacious bits that people are remembering or speculating about. First of all, the Meghan one, that she was wandering around in the grounds of Kensington Palace, or in the corridors, or wherever she was in her skimpy nightie and whatever. That one, is that anything that we're going to get? We've got the King of Cups in reverse. That's a Prince William energy right there. King of Cups, it's in reverse. Cups for me as a reader are very much about loyalty and devotion, and it's in reverse, infidelity. So I think that this is my speculation again, and I'm basing it on the energy of tarot cards, that a tale was told out of school to the has-been that I was just minding my own business and your brother da-da-da-da-da. I can find that energy as a tarot reader in the King of Cups in reverse. I surely can. How about the rose thing, which seems to have gone quiet, but apparently gets recycled on certain platforms twice a week, according to people that I've been seeing commenting today. So let's look at that one again. Is this the thing that they're going to destroy him with? Ooh, we've got the Ace of Wands. Very interesting. That's a hell yes. That's their favorite one. I think that's the one that they really thought would destroy him. Wands are very phallic, very much about you know what's, and there she is, Rose, and an object of desire would be with that Ace of Wands. They've circulated this rumor over and over and over and over, and they've tried very hard to make it go mainstream. And I think it's really the one that they believe still could be the most damaging, the one that could really destroy him. You know, they tried similar kinds of rumors last year when Catherine was disappeared from view for so many months with her cancer. They tried their best with this kind of salacious gossip. It wasn't necessarily about her. There was all kinds of salacious gossip. They like this one. This is how this is reading for me. When I say they, just to clarify, I don't necessarily mean Harry and Meghan. I mean their acolytes, their supporters, their squad might favour this version of events, might believe it, actually. And we know that this rumour started in a drunken sort of bout of silliness, and it was retracted officially, but yeah, it's still going. So Prince William, awareness of this alleged sort of target on his back. How aware is he? How bothered is he by it? Yeah, Wheel of Fortune in reverse, very bothered by it. It's bad luck. It's just like, why? Why do I have to deal with this? Almost like a haunting that I can't escape. It goes round and round, because the Wheel of Fortune goes round and round, up and down, and it's down. So this is a setback. This is something that he can't seem to struggle his way out of. It's always there. It's always there in a kind of ghostly energy, as I said, haunted by this toxic narrative that he just can't shake. That might stain him forever, as far as he knows. It's bad luck. It's bad timing. It's terrible timing. It's terrible fate. It's something you can't control. The Wheel of Fortune is beyond any human's control, and he feels it. This is a huge card. It's major arcana. It's a very, very damaging energy. He feels it intensely. He is very aware of how damaging all of this chatter is. What is his response, or will his response be? Let's just ask that. We got the Page of Swords. It's low-key with the Page of Swords, but he's on it. He's observing it. He's aware of it. It's being monitored. Social media is being monitored. I'm sure that they have got people in places, whether it's security type people or intelligence type people or Kensington Palace type people, who are monitoring. They're watching, they're waiting to see how bad it is, whether they need to actually drop in and do anything to shut it down. But it doesn't look with that Page of Swords as if they're actively shutting it down. It looks like they are monitoring it. That's how I'm reading that card for now. But possibly the Rebecca English article was a shot across the bows that we know stuff. We have documents. The Page of Swords always for me is, we've got a room full of paperwork. You want to try us? We've got those giant files, you know, those huge box files, those ones that lawyers have. We've got it all there in a room, a fireproof room. Let me add, it's there. And public. How would the public react if one of the Sussexes went large with these claims, these allegations? Would the public take against Prince William? How would it go? Got the Three of Pentacles. I don't think that they would turn against Prince William, not at this point. The Three of Pentacles is like a collusion energy. I think that they would see it for what it was, that this was part of I've got to choose my words carefully, a collaboration between Harry and Meghan and, say, a publisher or a podcaster or something like that, that they would see it as, this is the Sussexes trying to make money out of something. So if one of them were to write a book and hint even at these kinds of rumors, these salacious rumors, and possibly, oops, by mistake, publish it in the Netherlands and blame the translator for translating the wrong version, people would look at it and say, they're just doing it because they need the salacious gossip for the sake of the publisher, for the deal, for the money. This is a collaboration. This is a team effort. This is not necessarily true. That's how it's reading for me. I think Prince William is quite safe. He's very aware and he's very hurt by it, I think, personally. This is where it's really rankling and what this is about, and it's about the money. Definitely these two bits of salacious gossips are in the running energy-wise for me as an energy reader. Prince William, I think he's got people monitoring this and waiting to respond if they need to, but I don't think they need to, because I think people will see it for what it is. Money-making racket. Sort of blood on the water. You need that if you're trying to sell another book, a spare part 2, or Meghan's memoirs, as we like to call them. Well, you know, it's this is just you, me, and the ghostwriter kind of a thing, coming up with the most salacious bit of gossip we can. I think people are like, who cares? At this point, they're not really that invested in it. They can see the has-been and Meghan there, and they can see the little minion who's typing away or whatever, like Scooby-Doo. It's giving me that vibe. End game. Everyone thought, it's Scooby-Doo. Who cares? And yes, 2 people got cancer shortly after that book came out. So some people care, but it's not the public. And the question is about the public. The people who are accused of these things care very deeply and feel very wronged and feel like this is a stain on their soul that they cannot get rid of. That is my reading. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you again tomorrow.